Hello, church. My name is Blandon, and this is my lovely wife, Joanna. We are campus ministers for UTD here in Dallas, Texas, and we have the great privilege of reading today in Matthew 6, verses 1 through 4. And it says, "Watch out. Don't do your good deeds publicly to be admired by others, for you will lose the reward from your Father in heaven. When you give to someone in need, don't do as the hypocrites do, blowing trumpets in the synagogues and streets to call attention to their acts of charity. I tell you the truth, they have received all the reward they will ever get. But when you give to someone in need, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Give your gifts in private, and your Father, who sees everything, will reward you." I'm going to share a little bit more about what God is seeing in us when we give, but I'm going to hand it over to my wife to share her thoughts.
Yes, so I love this scripture because Jesus actually warns and tells us to watch out in the NLT version. Really, just as we are in a world of things go viral online, and people just really be able to share things of good deeds on these occasions. And although those things make us feel great by liking and sharing, Jesus really calls us to just be careful, not to just see it as this one-off, great, spectacular thing, but how we walk with him in our giving daily. Growing up, not having much for myself, just being the person who's received the most when I was younger by so many people, really just showed me that kind of love, without it being publicized or anything, their intention was to do good for others and for God. And so it's just a daily reminder of how when we give, it's not just one-off, it's daily.
Yeah, and I'd like to add to that the second part, especially, the priority of who do we want to see us when we give. And I love how it says in verse 4, give your gifts in private, and your Father who sees everything will reward you. That when I think about when I give to someone, and again, with the world of social media now and with the online liking and subscribing, it can be so easy to I want to have the world see the gifts that I give and the good things that I do. And I want to be the light to the world and give, but I want the heart to know that God's the one that sees me and going to be the one that gives me rewards. And that it doesn't really matter who else sees me. That God's going to see me and give me the true reward, the reward that's in heaven, not the reward that is the praise of men. And I think during this time when we continue to give for mission contributions, for our daily or weekly contributions, that we think about how am I giving, what's the heart that I'm giving from. And then when I go out to my day-to-day life, who am I serving, who am I loving, and who do I want to see me? Is it men or is it God? And for me, I definitely want God to see me, and I know my wife as well, that we want to see God as we serve those around us and love those around us and give. And so I thank you for taking this time to listen and share in this morning devotion, Matthew 6, and we hope you have a blessed week this week. Have a great one.
Bye.